Okay, so apparently Gen Z has a new breakup method, this new trend of how Gen Zers are breaking up with each other. It's called delicate dumping. Weird and hilarious phrase, but let me read you exactly what how delicate dumping is described. You can find the full explanation over on lizwheeler.com. This is what a therapist from England says. This is how she describes this new Gen Z breakup trend. She says, delicate dumping involves taking a step back from a relationship without having the actual breakup conversation. It's about employing tactics such as ghosting, replying to a partner more slowly, and even ignoring the other person completely. Jodie Slee, a 39-year-old therapist in West Yorkshire, England, told news agency SWNS. Delicate dumping. Well, it sounds to me like this is a method for cowards, but ghosting, for anybody who doesn't know, means that suddenly you just become a ghost. Suddenly you just stop responding to texts, you stop responding to phone calls, you've not said, hey, I don't want to date anymore, or I'm ending this relationship, or think we should slow things down. You haven't communicated in any way. All of a sudden you just ghost, you just stop responding 100%. The other person isn't expecting it and never hears from you again. Apparently, this is quite common among the youngest generation, among Gen Zers. It's quite common and this is the way that men break up with women. This is not something that women do to men as often. This is typically the man doing it. This has become quite popular during the so-called talking phase of a relationship, which is the casual dating part before you're committed exclusively in a relationship, that a guy and a girl will be talking and then suddenly the guy will just never respond. Even if you text every day, you text good morning, you text good night, you call during the day, one day, bam, the guy's just gone. This is called ghosting, and this happens quite often, I'm told. There's also like a disconnecting that's involved with delicate dumping. Disconnecting meaning that suddenly you just only respond in monosyllables, or you are kind of unrelatable. You sever that emotional connection, make yourself unlikable until the other person breaks up with you. Again, this is mostly men that are doing this, mostly men that suddenly stop responding, stop participating in the relationship, even if they're technically still there. So it's like one step away from ghosting, but I would call it emotional ghosting. And even doing things like posting things on social media, but waiting a long time after you post something on social media that you know the person that you're talking to or in a relationship with will see, but waiting hours then to respond to their text so that they know you saw it, didn't respond, but we're doing other things online. And the reason Gen Zers give for why they do this, instead of just sitting down with the person saying, hey, I want to break up, or hey, I don't think we should date anymore, or hey, this is why we're not going to be in a relationship. The reason is because some young men feel uncomfortable. They feel discomfort in that conversation. When I'm reading this, I'm like, yeah, no kidding. You think breaking up is uncomfortable? Wait until you get to real life outside of college, outside of the dating pool. A lot of conversations are very uncomfortable. And my commentary on this is, ladies, if you have experienced a male who has done this to you, you should consider yourself lucky. You should consider yourself very lucky. You dodged a bullet, because had this man not been so cowardly as to force you to break up with him by either ghosting you, distancing, or disconnecting, emotionally disconnecting, you might have been stuck with a freak for life. So you have dodged a bullet.